Good morning to everyone. In our previous videos, we just come across with what is the superposition theorem statement and what are the steps to be followed while solving a superposition theorem with DC excitation having only the independent sources. So here I am considering the voltage source as well as current source in my previous session. Now I am considering part of independent sources a dependent source also. So if a circuit having both independent as well as dependent sources, how to solve those networks we are going to see in today's video. Okay, so in the given problem they are asking you to find out what is the current flowing through your 2 ohms resistor, okay, by using your superposition theorem. So while looking into your circuit, as per the statement, we are going to consider only the independent sources, not the dependent source. Okay, as I said, here we are having 2 independent sources, one is a voltage source and current source. So I am starting the problem by considering only the voltage source while the current source is in open circuit. So I am simply redrawn the circuit. So whatever the rest of elements is same. Since it is in a single mesh, I am just considering the loop equation here. So when I am considering this current, so single current is flowing I, okay, whatever the current is flowing, I am considering it as I dash. So the arrow mark touches here the negative terminal, so minus V3 plus 5 and plus 2I dash minus 4,3 dash. So from this I can get the equation. So here I am having 2 unknowns, so I can get an equation minus minus 5,3 dash plus 2I dash is nothing but minus 5. This is one way. So I am simply solving that. This is my first equation. You may consider this one as your first equation. In the second equation, whatever the current, okay, whatever the current flowing through this 3 ohms resistor, okay, whatever the current flowing through your 3 ohms resistor is having the voltage drop of V3. Okay, it is having the voltage drop of V3 and the current is flowing towards upward direction, okay, so it is having the minus voltage drop. So V3 dash equals to minus 3I dash. So this is the voltage drop across your 3 ohms resistor. So I got V3 dash equals to minus 3I dash. So here I am having 2 unknowns and 2 equations. I am just replacing my second equation in my first equation. If I solve this one, either this equation or this equation, I can get what is the current I dash, current flowing through this loop because of your 5 volts source. So it is nothing but minus 0.294 amperes. In the second step, I will consider only the current source. So here the voltage source will be short circuited. So when it is short circuited, I am simply applying the nodal analysis instead of mesh analysis because I am having single node here. So it is easy to apply the nodal analysis. When I am applying the nodal analysis, as we see the previous things, how to solve the nodal analysis, I am just considering V3 divided by 3 and V3 minus 4V3 because this is the difference of voltages. This is voltage dependent voltage source. So V3 minus, so the whatever the notations is, here it is minus now. So V3 minus of minus V4, 4V3. So then it is will be plus 4V3 divided by 2 and the current is 4 amperes. So minus 4 amperes. Okay, so the current, assuming this one is this direction, so equals to 0. By solving these equations I can get what is the V3 dash. So whatever the voltage, okay, it's around 1.41 volts. When I got this voltage here, if I replace this voltage value, okay, when I replace this voltage value, I can able to find out the current flowing through the 2 ohms resistor. So this value is nothing but, the current value is nothing but V3 plus 4 V3 divided by 2 is nothing but 5 by 2 V3, nothing but 2.5 into 1.1. So the current value is around 3.53 amperes. So as per the superposition theorem, it is the summation of your individual sources. So we are going to add up 5 volts current as well as 4 amperes current. So the final current in the circuit will be around 3.236 amperes. So the points to be remembered in this problem is, even though you are having an dependent source in your circuit, maybe it is a voltage source, okay, voltage dependent voltage source or voltage dependent current source, okay. So please remember the point, we are having different types of dependent sources. First one is voltage dependent current source, voltage dependent voltage source, or current dependent current source, or current dependent voltage source. These 4 will be there. Even it will be there, it will be a simple element, not any source. So only point is, we have to reduce the dependent variable. Because here the dependent variable is V3 in terms of your another unknown. Otherwise, till that we can unable to solve this problem. So we very familiar to solve this equation, but we are little bit confused at this point. So this is one of the main step while solving this problem.